that flexibility so that I can appreciate your work. Finally, a little word to the presenters today, the young presenters who are stepping into the realm of research and innovation. We have sent you through quite a tough time during your research work, and we have subjected you to a very rigorous review process, and some of you have fallen along the line. For those who have fallen, take courage, learn from your mistakes. I'm absolutely sure you can achieve higher echelons. For those who have succeeded and presenting today, it's a remarkable achievement, and you will be presenting all your hard work that you have put in during times of peril. Upon your shoulders, you have a great responsibility to serve the nation, and may you have the courage to do so. So once again, I welcome all of you to the second Undergraduate Research Symposium of the Faculty of Technology. Let us rejoice in the times of troubles and perils, the success of the young researchers, the path to success for the country and for the society. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. This invitation for you, Vice Chancellor Professor Sanjeevani Ginikathara, who has accepted our invitation and came here today to address the gathering.
Very good morning to everyone. The Dean of the Faculty of Technology, Dr. Undergraduate, the keynote speaker today, the Deans of other faculties, Agriculture, Management, Applied Sciences, and the Senior Assistant Librarian, and all the directors, Director CUA, Director of Graduate, and other senior academics in the university, in the Faculty of Technology, all the panel of judges, and other distinguished guests, students, and specifically the young researchers who are finding their platforms to talk to us. The Faculty of Technology at Undergraduate University of Sri Lanka is the most youngest faculty. This is the third batch that they are motivating to do research and tell to the scientific community and the general public what they have found out. That is something we should celebrate. While other faculties are around 23 years old and sometimes less than that and more than that, the youngest faculty getting this kind of motivation to conduct research and share their findings is something commendable. I think this is all about the leadership. Thank you, Dr. Chaturanga Bangmarachike, the Dean of the Faculty of Technology, and all these young researchers serving as academics, motivating these student researchers to conduct this kind of wonderful research. Undergraduate University, comprising 6 faculties, has been recognized as the first by SciMargo, ranking with respect to the research percentile in 2024. Why? We conduct research of high quality and cutting-edge researchers and publishing them in high-quality journals, allowing all the scientific community to cite them, read them, and get a lot of things out of them. We, of course, were, as the Dean of the Faculty mentioned, the second of that ranking in 2022, but something we should celebrate this year, we have become the first. It is not something we have achieved during a single night. It is a long time effort of our young and age-old researchers to do high-quality research and publishing. Why are celebrating that one? As the Vice Chancellor, I'm with utmost happiness that our younger generation, our students, are also following these high-caliber academic researchers. They are also doing research, especially the Faculty of Technology. I think over 100 students might present their research findings in various sessions today, after this inauguration session, which really opens up a lot of avenues for further research, as well as sometimes some of the research findings put into tangible products or commercializable outcomes. That is what is needed for the country, for the university, as well as the world. Thank you, these young researchers who are doing this much at this age of your life. This is something you are starting in your research career. Some of you, this may be your first research. Sometimes opens up huge opportunities in your future as a researcher or an academic. So therefore, I'm really happy, really proud that you all are just going across this kind of journey with respect to research. All these efforts, all these commitments very clearly explains your commitment and your thirst for new knowledge, and your thirst and your enthusiasm to put up these new things into the knowledge base and talk to others. So I urge these young presenters today, take that platform to share this new knowledge with the rest of your colleagues and our academia as well as the industry partners, and try to continue this momentum in your life further. So ladies and gentlemen, and all these young researchers, my big congratulations for this big achievement. And I'm not going to talk a lot, but talking with utmost happiness. As a faculty of this much young is doing kind of a remarkable work. Don't forget your supervisors, your guiders, your advisors, because without them, I'm sure that you might not do this much. Please do respect them, try to work with them further, because of them only you are here. So I know the faculty's outputs, employability is very high, over 90%. That is something we should be proud of. A young faculty having 5 degree programs, having the employability, the right employability, not under or unemployed. That is right employability, over 90%, is again something we should be proud of. Thank you. The dean or the head of the departments and academics, just showing the right way to your students and showing their future and the true living beings in them, human beings in them, true researchers in them, true academics in them, and a remarkable person within them. Wishing you good luck, and while congratulating again for this research symposium, I might wind up, wish you good luck for all technical sessions and the whole research. Thank you.
Thank you, madam, for your informative speech. And please remain on the stage for a while as we express our gratitude with the token of appreciation. Now I would like to invite our Dean, Faculty of Technology, Dr. Chatrang Bamurarachike, to present the token to our distinguished guest. Thank you all. Today, we have a very special item in our agenda, that is launching of e-proceedings. For this event, I cordially invite our Vice Chancellor, Professor Sanjeevani Gingadhara, accompanied by the Dean, Faculty of Technology, Dr. Chatrang Bamurarachike, and the Coordinator of Undergraduate Research Symposium 2024, Dr. Sama Nilangaratne, to launch the e-proceedings. Thank you all. Ladies and gentlemen, let us lend our ears and open our hearts to the inspirational word from our keynote speaker for today. I kindly request the Dean, Faculty of Technology, Dr. T.C. Bamurarachike, to join me on the stage to introduce distinguished keynote speaker.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me attempt to introduce Professor Kapila Taranga to you. This is just an iota of his biography. He is presently working as a professor in statistics at the Faculty of Applied Sciences, Sabaragamuwa University of Sri Lanka. He has obtained his BSc in Mathematics and Statistics, first class, from University of Verona. He obtained his first master's degree in industrial mathematics from the University of Sri Jawaharlal. In 2011, he was awarded the Chinese government scholarship for master's degree in statistics from Wuhan University of Technology. During his master's degree, he received a number of prestigious international awards, including Chinese Scholarship Award for the Outstanding Student of the Year. He obtained his doctoral degree with a number of international awards, including the Scientific Achievements Award for Publications 2016, Presidential Award for Outstanding Contributions 2014 and 2015, and Outstanding Graduate Student of the Year for the doctoral program in 2013 to 2016. His research career is highlighted with a number of achievements. Outstanding Junior Researcher at the 25th anniversary of the Sabaragamuwa University of Sri Lanka. Best Researcher of the Faculty of Applied Sciences in 2021. Best Paper Award, the 2021 International Congress on Gray Systems and Uncertainty Analysis, Nanjing, China. Winner of the Best Research Award 2022 Open Category, Institute of Applied Statistics, Sri Lanka. Best Paper Award, the 2023 International Congress on Gray Systems and Uncertainty Analysis. And Best Research Paper, 8th International Conference on Business and Information 2017. This is but a brief introduction to a very illustrious career in research. Currently, he is involved in multidisciplinary applied research with specific focus on economic, financial, and biostatistics. He is a well-known data analyst under different practical scenarios based on traditional and now introduced statistical approaches. He has published his work in well-recognized international journals such as Journal of Applied and Industrial Mathematics, Journal of Infectious Disease Modeling, PLOS ONE, Journal of Energy Economics, Journal of Gray Systems, Theory and Application, Emerald Insight. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to open the floor to our esteemed keynote speaker, Professor Kapila Ratnayake. The floor is yours. Very good morning, all of you. Vice Chancellor Madam, Deans of the Faculty, Head of the Department, my dear colleagues, dear presenter, and my dear students. So once again, very good morning, all of you. And I will take this opportunity to especially thank organizing committee. Thank you very much for selecting me as a keynote speaker. Also, I need to thank Dr. Saman and Mr. Virat to inviting me for this special event. Okay, without taking much time, let's move to the agenda of the speech. Okay, so as Vice Chancellor Madam explained very clearly, most of them are undergraduates. So this is maybe your first experience. So especially in my speech, I like to talk about you guys. The reason is, especially after maybe this presentation, maybe you need to go to industry or maybe you need to go to academia. So it's my duty to tell something especially for you guys. So I like to, in my first phase of my speech, I like to tell something about that. Then I will move to my topic, especially data mining for business analytics. Okay, so especially I like to discuss some application. Reason is, as your Vice Chancellor Madam said, we can do research, but the end of the project, we need to do something for the society. So especially in our research projects, we try to apply statistical concept for real application. So during my speech, I will explain how to do that one, especially based on the real application. Especially as a university, we do one thing. One is our undergraduate students, they need knowledge. Especially universities, we have very good curriculum, so we have knowledge. But especially if you want to find maybe placement in industry or academia, you need one thing. One is especially not only knowledge, skills and discipline. So how to gain skills and discipline? So I will explain what type of things you need to do. Especially if you want to go to academia. So if I ask one question, I know most of the technology students, they like to go to industries, but if I ask one question, how many students like to go to academia? Maybe very few, but especially technology students, they like to go to industry. So that's why you need to collect your specialist skills. So as I mentioned, now maybe coming couple of months you need to go to industry. So how many students
apply for interns, maybe locally or maybe global. So what type of interns have you find? So this is very important. And so have you checked what type of especially the major job opportunities you can have, especially in industry. The reason is especially technology student. So you need to, so you have some talented engineering students. So you need to check what type of job opportunities you have, and especially what type of skills you need. So that's why, especially you need to create your career path. The reason is, especially last 4 years, that as a university, as a faculty, as a department, your supervisors, your head of the department, they did a lot of things. But after today, you need to find your career path. So this is very important. So that's why, especially you need to find your values. You need to find your goals. So especially, I know some few students, they like to go to academia. So have you checked some scholarship? Especially the nowadays the Chinese scholarship government, they open their gate, or maybe Japanese scholarship, Turkish scholarship. There are so many scholarships. Maybe Australian. So have you checked what type of scholarships you have? What type of scholarships available? Oh, so what type of qualification they are asking? So normally they are asking first class or second class. Additionally, what type of qualification? Maybe GRE, TOEFL, IELTS. You need to check all these things. And so what type of the demand, the masters of PhDs, so we have. So you need to check all these things. So that's why, especially students. So after today, this time is very important for your guys. The reason is, please waste your time. So try to especially, so please go back to home. So maybe you are going back to home. Not actually, so after today you are going back to home as a not like undergraduate student. You are going with a degree. So please go back to home and take a piece of paper. So this is small exercise. Take a piece of paper and divide the paper into 4. So one part is strength and skill. Second part, opportunities. Especially what is your strength, your skills. What type of skills you have? Especially sometimes soft skills, hard skills. All these things. And what type of opportunities you have based on your academic qualification. You can check. And so this is the most important thing. So not only identify the strength and the skills, opportunities, but also you need to identify your weaknesses, barriers. Especially, I know the technology student, maybe sometimes we have the barriers in engineering field, or maybe sometimes we have. So don't take that one as a barrier. It's like a challenge. Okay. So additionally, maybe financial barriers or maybe language barriers. Try to identify all these things. Then, if you can find a solution by yourself, you can create your path very easy. So, new students, for example, me, 2008, I graduated as a fresh student from the University of Pune. So, after that, luckily I got a first class. So I select my path as an academic path. So I start my master's degree in Java. So 2011, I got a chance to go to China for my second master degree, and again I did my PhD. Within 8 years after graduate, within 8 years I complete all these things. So that's why I told, especially if you can collect values for your life, you can go any position. So no matter you are graduating from faculty of technology or faculty of engineering, you can go to any position in the world. So especially, so for example, me, I'm working permanently. I'm working in Sabaragaon University faculty, especially Department of Physical Science and Technology. Additionally, I'm working as a visiting professor and visiting fellow under the Wuhan Institute of Technology and Management University. So, like me, you can find your path. So for example, me also came from very rural area, but I create my path myself. So, like me, you can create your path easily. So if you like to do a research, as the madam said very clearly, so you need to work. You need to, don't forget your supervisors. So especially you know your values. So you can do your research. So especially so not only doing research, but also it need to be applicable for the real world. So I will explain, especially based on my speech, I will explain how to apply them for the real scenarios. Okay, so I will move to my second part, especially my keynote, data mining for this, especially data mining analytics for decision making. Okay, as we know, in the real world, solving especially complex problems based on the real world policies, practices is like a huge challenge for us, especially for the statisticians. So for example, if we want to handle, I know most of the students, so coming under the computer background, especially engineering students, if you want to handle, especially banking and finance data, maybe insurance data, telecommunication, or maybe like social media data. What type of difficulties we have? The reason is, that so in your classes, in your lecture time, so especially the lecturers, they teach very few models. For example, undergraduate students, they know regression models, or maybe they know moving average model. So additionally, so most of them are students. So sometimes they know like advanced models, like ARIMA models, ARIMA model, like maybe short-term model. They know models, but the reason is, so most of the models we discuss in the class under the linear normal stationary assumption. So we can't apply them for real applications. See, for example, if we have a data set with the linear or maybe stationary or normality assumptions, we have different models. But reason is especially modern data. They have, see for example, you can see stock market data. They are highly volatile. Within very short period of time, they are going up and down. So especially how to forecast like that data. So that's why, for example, our research group, we try to adjust some time series models, traditional time series model with modern data. So especially we apply some data science methods. The reason is why I use data science. The reason is the data science means kind of a intersection between machine learning techniques. Most of the students, they know machine learning techniques because so you have maybe computer, so ICT, so they know machine learning and especially statistics and mathematics. So they like the intersection. So easily we can apply data science method for solving like the complex problems. So that's why in our research group also we try to hybrid some of the new techniques with machine learning method, and we try to analyze especially complex data, and especially we try to identify some patterns. I will explain what of things we did, especially based on some applications. And we identify, so if we introduce new techniques, we identify we have a lot of applications. The reason is, as I mentioned earlier, as a researchers, as a academia, so we can develop many models, but if we can't apply them for the real application, so end of the day we are failed. So that's why especially, so our research group, we try to apply them for real application. We saw different type of applications, especially in the marketing field, especially in the telecommunication field, social media. We saw some applications. So as a so especially if you want to solve like the complex problems, this part is very important. There is these six steps are very important. The first case, so what we want to do is based on our requirement, especially the researchers, and especially young researchers, you need to identify your requirement. So you need to identify your needs. Based on your needs, you need to identify your goals, research goals. Then So especially the data identification is very important. Most of the young researchers, they are doing this mistake. Without identifying the proper data, they are trying to find solutions. So we have different type of data. Sometimes in your research project also, maybe sometimes maybe you collect maybe primary data or maybe secondary data. So especially maybe you have like numerical data, maybe categorical data. Especially data identification is very important. Without identifying the proper data, you can't apply the correct method. So the first case you need to identify your requirement, then you need to identify data. Then as a researcher, this part is very important, data cleaning part. The reason is, see, we have two methods. See, especially if we can see some outliers, maybe if we can see some duplicates, we can remove them easily and we can go for the model. But especially if we are handling financial data, how can we remove outliers? The outliers are the most significant things. So that's why especially we need to go for the new models, new techniques. So then you can go for the modeling part. Especially if you know data science, we have different type of techniques under supervised and unsupervised method. We have different models. So based on our requirement, that's why I told, especially as a young researchers, maybe if you want to do a research, try to identify a requirement. Based on your requirement, you can identify your data. Then you can go for the models. And this part is very important. That, you know, so early, especially the researchers as well as the industry, they are just only few statistical softwares like SPSS, maybe Minitab. But you know, now especially industries, I need to tell something. Especially industries, especially IT students, if you want to go to the industry, especially they are asking, so like you know, advanced statistical, advanced programming methods like Python or maybe Java. So you need to take that ability. So you need to take that skill, especially Python or so other like the programming software. Then end of the process, so then especially you can analyze your data, and the data visualization is very important. Especially you know the industry, they need data visualization part. So these are the main steps, especially you need to follow. So then, okay, see for example, I will explain how we apply like the basic concept for real application. So especially we are conducting research under the Research Center for Based Systems and Uncertainty Analysis. Very recently we established that center under Faculty of Applied Sciences, collaborating it to Chinese universities, Wuhan University of Technology and Nanjing University. So this is my research group. Some of them are doing masters, some of MPhil, some of them are doing undergraduates, PhDs. Okay. So today for my speech, I try to actually I select very small concept, but I need to explain how scientific approaches, scientific method using to solve like real applications. You know, nowadays the traffic accidents in especially highway system is, you know, after the Sarafin Sanders case, like it's kind of a hot topic. So I select this case study. Actually, we did this research long time ago. Especially before we start this research, so we had some problems. Especially we had some problem with our data, because we went several places and asked data. So finally, luckily, we got some data from the police headquarters. Then we try to apply them. So this is the main limitation with this project. So then we try to apply like machine learning techniques to solve this problem. So we collect data from 2018 to 22. So nearly we collect 19,000 road accidents, especially. So the road between Kota to Hole, and we saw so most of the accidents happening because of the common attribute. So we listed all the attributes, especially the attributes, we categorize them into four. So this is very important part, especially, so I am addressing for the students, especially if you want to do a research, the first case, you need to identify a requirement, then that's how I told, you need to identify your data. So especially, if you can identify the variables and data very clearly, you can find solutions very easily. So for example, for us, we divide them into four cases: human factors, vehicle factors, especially road and environmental factors and others. Then we try to develop our methodology. So basically, I identified two cases. One is the highway accidents. Most of the accidents happening, so especially in the very few selected places. So that's why the first part of our research, we try to identify the accident-prone locations. The second part, the forecasting part is the most important thing. So if you can give like appropriate forecast, maybe the road authorities or maybe police, they can take decisions. So that's why we try to develop forecasting approach for this. As I mentioned, we use some machine learning method, especially kernel density estimation function. Some of the undergraduate, I think they know this method because if you handle data science models, so especially this technique, especially we use kernel density estimation with linear classifier models and forecasting part. So we use some new techniques. So initially we divide the road. So this is very important. Road into 17 locations. So each location 14 kilometers. The reason is why we did this part. We need to identify what are the significant locations. So accidents happen. See, then actually, so we use Gaussian, as I mentioned, Gaussian kernel density estimation, and we saw especially the accidents. So from first two segments happening because of the very few reasons. One is especially, so one is human crash factors, vehicle crash factors, and especially road and environmental factors. So especially we saw it's happening because of the speeding, and these are some of the other things. Actually, that's I told. We have in the class, in the lecture hall, the lecturers they are introducing a lot of concepts. But if you can't apply them for the industry, maybe in the industry, maybe you have a big challenge. So that's why try to apply your theories concept for the real application. So then the forecasting part is very important. We identify the factors, but the forecasting part is very important. The reason is, as I told, we saw the accidents, especially in the location. We saw some unusual manner. So we try to apply traditional models, as you know, like the exponential model, maybe the linear model, but the data sets are not suitable to apply. That's why we developed some machine learning techniques. Actually, this is a new concept. So what we did here, we tried to introduce new hybrid approach for forecasting data. And especially these hybrid approaches are more appropriate for the data with uncertainty. So maybe if you're interested, so you can check out my profile. So all the publication we put under my profile. Especially if you can apply this concept as we did here, so you can give new message, like the scientific message for the papers. For example, here we did that. We gave some our conclusions based on the scientific approach for the road authority and the police. But I don't know they don't take actions. But as a research group, we gave for the police, especially highway police. So especially if you want to do further research, so these are the these are the areas we can do. But especially as a young researcher, if you want to do research, we have, especially in the Sri Lankan context, we have some problem. One is especially the limited data. It's as academic members, it's a kind of a huge challenge for us. Then especially quality issue, data quality. So even if we are getting data from the central bank or maybe agriculture department, we have doubt. So especially the data quality and this is very important thing, especially lack of interdisciplinary collaboration. See, for example, even the universities. So nowadays, so we are making the collaboration in the industries, but still we have some problems with the collaboration. So especially the students under the applied sciences, students under the engineering and the technology, we have some problems with the industry. So this is the main part, and especially government rules and the regulation. Because of the cases, so the doing research is kind of a challenge. But especially, so we try to apply them for the real application. For example, it's in the Gujarat also the kidney case, the disease case is very so famous. So nowadays we are trying to apply like the machine learning approach to find the solution, and especially our research group we are trying to collaborating with Vega. So we are trying to apply some machine learning techniques for the smart farming, smart agriculture. So especially the young researchers, if you want something from me, so I'm willing to help you guys. So these are my contacts. You can contact me through phones or email or whatever. So if you have any problem, so we can help. So again, I need to tell something. So especially young researchers, so please try to identify your goals. Sometimes if you want to go for your final goal, you need to identify your short-term goal. So please don't waste this time. So please use this time to go for your goals. So thank you very much. Especially, again, I need to thank all my people. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your informative speech. And please be remain on the stage for a while as we express our gratitude with the token of appreciation. Now I would like to invite our Vice Chancellor, Professor Sanjeevani Ginigandhara, to present the token to our distinguished guest. Thank you all. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now my honor to invite the esteemed chairperson of our symposium to address the gathering. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Lahuru Jayasurya to the stage with a round of applause.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, faculty members, most importantly, our talented presenters who are here today, and my dear students, a very good morning to all of you. As we conclude the inauguration ceremony of the second Undergraduate Research Symposium of Technology 2024, I'm filled with deep sense of pride to celebrate innovation, dedication, and the spirit of progress that defines us at the Faculty of Technology at Federal University of Sri Lanka. Throughout this symposium, you will witness our student research across the diverse array of disciplines from electrical and electronics technology, materials technology, food technology, biomedical technology, information and communication technology. Each project, each student research is a testament to the dedication, hard work, and creativity of our students. Your research is not just an academic exercise, it's a glimpse to the future, a future where technology serves as a catalyst for sustainable development. You will see several of the student work have made significant strides toward commercialization. It is a testament to the practical relevance and impact of the work being done within these small walls. From laboratory benches to market shelves, our students are making a tangible difference. A world struggling with an array of complex challenges from climate change to economic unrest, remember, your work, your research is a ray of hope. I would like to take a moment to express my deepest appreciation to the faculty and staff, my team, who have worked tirelessly behind the scenes to make this symposium a reality. Your dedication and commitment to nurture this next generation of innovators does not go unnoticed. I want to thank the Vice Chancellor of Undergraduate Research Sri Lanka for being here with us today and your invaluable support for organizing this symposium. Your vision and leadership have paved the way for this gathering of minds and ideas. Also, the names of the faculties, the directors, the esteemed panel members, for dedicating your time and to appreciate the work being done with our students. I also want to extend our deepest appreciation to Professor Kapila Ratnanaike, our esteemed keynote speaker, whose insights have encouraged our students for shaping their careers, especially, and of course, inspiring us to think boldly about the role of data and data science in the modern world. Your wisdom will resonate us long after this symposium concludes. Especially to all the students who have added glitter and glamour to this event with your enthusiasm, intellect, and passion. Thank you. Your energy and dedication have made this symposium truly special. Lastly, but not certainly not least, I want to congratulate all the presenters once again. Your achievements today are not the end, but the beginning of a journey filled with endless possibilities. As you move towards in your careers, remember the lesson here today, the power of curiosity, the importance of collaboration, and the impact of your work to our country and to this world. Thank you, and let the innovations continue.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, as we come to the end of this occasion, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude and to each and every one of you for your participation and contribution to the inauguration ceremony of our symposium. Following the inauguration ceremony, we have a lineup of presentation sessions presenting research projects from our talented undergraduate students. Please stay with us throughout the day and enjoy the event. Thank you all. Have a nice day.